James Arnold Taylor. I'm your host of Star Wars Weekends. I'm also a voice actor, so you may not recognize me, but hopefully you've heard me before. Now, that's what people always want to ask. They want to ask all these questions when they find out that you're a voice actor and you do voices in cartoons and movies and video games and things. It's a great life. I love doing it, but the biggest question I get is, have I heard you in anything? To which case I say, well, I've been Jedi's,
A Johnny?
and a Jack.
That's Captain Jack Sparrow.
A mouse, a dog, and a cat.
I've been a caveman.
A leader, a mini-me too. On Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm Cosmo and Yondu. In video games, I'm Ratchet, it's true, but now it's a movie coming to theaters near you. I'm Titus, Spider-Man, Silver Surfer. I'm Vito, Gingy, Prince Charming, Cowabunga, there's Leo. The Minions are me, and a Transformer too. I voice them in games, they're great fun to do. But sometimes celebrities can't provide their own voice, so I step in and give them a choice, like Greg Scott, Christopher Lloyd, or Jay Baruchel,
Andre the Giant.
or Chris Walken, Cowbell. Wow, yeah. But wait, there's more, like that stuff that you hear at the end of the show when the credits are near. It's Sunday, Funday, 7:30, 6:30 Central on Fox. In closing, I'm also that voice that comes on that speaks very fast. Percy's there, then he's gone. After expires from every 30. See store for details. Batteries not included. Actions 767. Required member PIC use only as directed. Yes, it's all a part of the crazy VO that makes up the life of a voiceover Joe. Thank you. I love what I do. I love doing voices, and I have a show here at the Theater of the Stars, 7 o'clock tonight. It's called Obi-Wan and Beyond. I hope you come out and see it. I don't need to use the Jedi mind trick on you, do I? You will come to see Obi-Wan and Beyond. Anybody seen the show yet? One or two of you? Okay. Tell somebody next to you, and tell them the next. It's a lot of fun. I walk you through my life as a voice actor, a lot of different voices that I've done in cartoons and video games and stuff, and so I hope to see you back here. But right now, we've got a fantastic show. We've got two amazing guests, and two other amazing guests that couldn't be here, but wanted to say hello. Take a look at the screen.
Hi, we are very sorry that we couldn't be with you here for Star Wars Weekend.
We're right in the middle of finishing the movie.
Not in the middle. I mean, we're we're almost.
That's
we're
right.
getting there.
Okay, yes, he's sort of close to me. No, you're not. Because
No, that's true.
yeah.
We're in the
All right.
middle.
Well, obviously we can't be there with you, but we wish we could.
And have a great time, and hopefully next time at Star Wars Weekend.
And may the
Thanks.
force be with you.
Indeed.
Ah, yes, the Force is with them. Are we excited about this movie they're making? I feel an awakening, yes. You are waking up. We have two fantastic guests. Our first guest got his start in Star Wars at a very young age and became one of the most popular characters, one that we just love. Take a look at him in action. Check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Logan! Come on in. Sit down. Enjoy yourself, Daniel. When do you not enjoy yourself? You seem to always be having fun. Are you somebody that likes to just look at life as a party?
Oh, ADHD, man. It's a heck of a life, you know? You can never focus at one time, so I have multiple
Parties going on,
yeah.
multiple times. You are a crazy guy. You love to have fun, especially like signing the autographs and stuff. You make it like a contest. Like always signing them. Have you gotten Daniel's autograph? Yeah, okay. That's
Love you
very
guys.
cool. Very cool. So you enjoy Star Wars weekends. You've been here many times before. We had the motorcade. We got the rain. It didn't rain. We made it through. Did you guys see the motorcade earlier? Did you see Daniel there? Love that stuff. But tell us about this character, Boba Fett. He's so beloved, and he's kind of a bad dude. Don't you think he's a bad guy?
Well, see, the funny thing is, ever since I came into the Star Wars world, people always saw Boba Fett as this bad guy. But no one ever realized that there's this middle side of the Force, which is all about the money. Which, if you're married, you have to be all about the money. So I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm not on the dark side, I'm not on the light side. I'm on the side of whoever's got the most money.
That's right, he's a bounty hunter. So yeah, you never know. Okay.
He's the hustler, you know?
Vader seemed to have most of the upper hand, I guess we would say, right?
Well, I think Boba Fett was the only guy who was allowed to talk back. I mean, when you can put a guy like Han Solo in Han Solo in carbonite, kind of makes you a pretty cool guy.
And was it really neat to look back? I know that we talked a bit about this yesterday. You didn't know much about Star Wars when you got the role. You were a young man. How old were you? 12, 13 years old when you got it?
12 when I got called for the audition, 13 when I actually filmed the film. You have to be very rich to be a Star Wars fan. Unfortunately.
Why is that? Because you have to,
Oh, it's expensive, you know? You see the 501st, the Mandalorians. I mean, those costumes that they wear are very expensive. I mean, coming and getting autographs and taking pictures, I mean...
Have you ever gotten suited up there in the armor or anything?
I did it once at a place called Dragon Con, just for a charity.
Okay, sure. People know Dragon Con? You guys been to one of those cons? Yeah, crazy stuff. And you did it for charity?
I did it for charity. But the the Mandalorian Mercs actually, at the last celebration, just gave me my very first Boba Fett helmet.
Really?
So I'm kind of feel a little more Boba Fettish now.
Do you keep it up like on a encased in glass? Is it special?
I picked a fantastic place for it in my house, of course.
You said a fantastic place. See what he did there? Fantastic. Everything is fantastic with you. That's awesome. And this character, though, did you get a call from George Lucas's casting people then, and then did you go meet with him beforehand, or did you just get pulled right in and you're on set?
The way I auditioned was because Boba Fett wasn't allowed to be told, wasn't announced that he was actually going to be back in episode 2. I had to keep my mouth shut for 2 years. I mean, you got to think, you're 13 years old. What better way to be able to become the coolest kid in your school than to tell everyone, hey, I'm in Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know?
You couldn't tell them.
I'm like, oh, you don't want to go out with me? Well, I'm in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go out with me now? So, it was very, very strange. But,
and there you were, working alongside Tamora Morrison as your clone father. Now, they're really the same person, though, right? They're not necessarily father and son.
Right.
He is a clone. He's an exact duplicate, an unaltered duplicate.
See, and I've had this question asked for the last 5 months, ever since Star Wars was released, that they're coming out with another one. Are you going to be in episode 6?
Yeah.
And I said, well, technically, as a huge Star Wars fan now, I would be 70 years old. So that's...
And in the Sarlacc pit.
And I'd be down in the Sarlacc pit. But if he did get out, my vision is Jango Fett should be Boba Fett. Because, as we all know, the end of the cloning process technically would be Jango Fett, right?
Oh, okay.
Then it would be me. You guys are all like, oh.
I'm very confused now. I don't know about...
What an actor, right? I killed myself from a job. I'm like, no, don't pick me, pick this guy.
Well, you were much younger, but still just as handsome and lovely. Let's take a look at you in action back there in episode 2. Check this out.
Boba, is your father here?
Yep.
May we see him?
Sure. Dad, Tonwi's here.
Is he not the Jedi who hired you for this job?
Never heard of him. Do you like your army?
I look forward to seeing them in action.
They'll do their job well. I'll guarantee that.
Thank you for your time, Jango.
Always a pleasure to meet a Jedi.
What is it, Dad?
Pack your things. We're leaving.
I mean, that had to have been just so great as a kid being on stage, on the set, I should say, rather, with these fantastic actors. Obi-Wan Kenobi, of course, you could do no better than being on stage with Obi-Wan Kenobi. But do you have any good stories in about all these folks? Like, you're hanging out with them. You were talking about Christopher Lee. Was there something that happened with you and Christopher Lee?
So I grew up I was 13 when I did Star Wars. So I never really got to know what Dracula was or a little more about what Christopher Lee was all about. But my grandmother was more like my mother growing up. And it was more like if my mom said no, I turned to my nana, right? My nana said no, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So she never really geeked out ever. But we're sitting in this dark room in the studio in Fox Studios, and she grabs me like, son, do you know who that is? And I'm this little boy, so I'm thinking, I don't know, what's some old man? No, son, that's Christopher Lloyd. You have to go
Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee.
Although if it was Christopher Lloyd, that'd be quite fun.
Right? I was watching backstage.
Django, So she sees Christopher Lee, and now, yeah, because she's been taken by him by all of his films he had done, for years, yeah.
So I went up to him and I approached him. I brought my nana up, and I'm like, hey, Mr. Lee, I'm Daniel Logan. I played a little Boba Fett, and this is my grandma. And she's sitting like, you know that feeling, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So we start talking. He's like, my boy, is this your first film? I said, yes, sir. This is my first big film. I said, is this your first film? He goes, no, my boy, I've done over 200 films. I said, oh my God, you must be old.
So that went over good.
It wasn't a really good introduction for my nana, It's kind of like, okay, kids, shut up, move along. I'm gonna have a meet and greet
Get away
now.
from me, son. You bother me. Yeah.
Okay, so then you move on. You move on to Clone Wars, and we worked together for the first time in Clone Wars, and that was so great because Boba Fett comes back, and all the various clones. So you got to be various clones in that show. How was that doing voiceover as opposed to on camera?
It was so awesome, I mean, it is so hard to do voice work. I mean, James makes it look easy, but it's so hard. And I didn't realize what I was getting myself into. Every time I went to a convention and I saw Dave Filoni, who's the director, I would try to buy his dinner. I would try to buy his lunch. If he was hot, I would try and get him a water.
Yeah.
So when I got the call to be in the Clone Wars, as soon as I went on, I'm like, Dave, man, thanks so much. I didn't think that this greasing was really going to pay off.
It worked.
And he goes, no, actually, Daniel, we didn't know where to go with the Clone Wars series. George Lucas walks into the storyboard room, says, I want Boba Fett in the Clone Wars, called Daniel Logan. I mean, that's like getting called to heaven twice. It is, right?
That is great. Well, let's take a look at you in action here. We have a video, I think, don't we, of Daniel in action in Clone Wars. Check this out.
Who's the new guy with the long hair? Some last minute replacement.
Boba Fett is a very mysterious character, and if it wasn't for the fans, he wouldn't be the character he is. Having his father's face everywhere he goes is kind of difficult, but Boba feels he's a unique child, and Jango felt, and all the rest of these are just clones.
We're all in it together, right? Thanks, but I can handle myself.
I was very honored and excited to be asked to come back to play Boba again, because I'm a big Clone Wars fan. I think the fact that Boba Fett's, an orphan makes him somewhat of a sympathetic character, but not weak.
What are you doing? We're brothers! Don't shoot! You're not my brother.
He feels he's old enough to kind of do whatever he wants now, or try to do whatever he wants. You definitely get to see a little bit of a darker side of Boba, and more or less him growing up a little.
Awesome. Good memories. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Logan, let's hear it for him. So, we have two amazing Star Wars actors here that started at a young age in the world of Star Wars and brought in for their first acting experiences in it. And our next guest is no different than that. He's amazing. We know him. We love him. Star of stage, television, film. Take a look at him here. how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well with my my Ewok bag.
Yeah.
I just want to set out to prove it's not just for the ladies.
That's right.
It's a man bag as well.
Yeah, it is.
I'll tell you what I've got in here though. Just like to show you a few things. When we're doing the signings, I don't know about you, but we get given a few little goodies.
Sure, people like to give you gifts.
So the other day, a young lady, she made this Princess Leia from loom bands.
Wow.
Made of loom bands.
Can we get a shot of that? You guys
let's
zoom
put
in
it on
on
there
that?
like that.
Yeah. And that's like is that like a finger puppet?
No, it's just a little ornament like that.
Oh, really? I thought it was like a finger
And this here,
Yeah,
some guy, he gave me a badge for immigration and customs enforcement.
That's for your way out.
Yeah, I think, he's trying to tell me something. But I think sometimes these people just have stuff in their pockets and they go, ugh. I give them a nice autograph and they feel like they've got to give me something in return.
Yeah.
And one final thing, I wasn't given this, but we bought this. You can get Wicket and Low Grey in the cars now.
Oh,
it's lovely to kind of be morphed into a vehicle.
Yeah, you're actually in a car.
Yeah.
Well, if you set it down, maybe they can zoom in on that.
Wicket and Low Grey there, yeah.
You guys see that up on the big screens there? So now you know you've made it, right?
Oh yeah, it's exciting. I mean, when I first saw the Lego minifigure, Wicket, that was exciting.
Oh sure.
And now there are 4 minifigures. I'm one of the only actors, I think. I forget the other actor's name. He's quite famous. I've got 4 minifigures. There's a Wicket, a Wold, a Grip Hook, and a Flitwick. Minifigure.
Really? Man.
And there's 4. I'm tied equal with another very famous actor.
Really?
Just want to say, thank you very much.
Yeah. Keep applause.
Just before we carry on applauding me, I bumped into a relative of yours backstage that wanted to say hello. Can I just go fetch
sure,
him?
yeah, okay, great. Wow,
you came on and you just missed him. I'll just go get him.
A little surprise. We
Hold on,
weren't
just go get him.
expecting this, but it's very exciting. Warwick Davis is a man of many talents. He can take a seat on the couch too. That's fine. Got room. Yeah, there you go. Oh boy. This must be awfully embarrassing for you.
Hit me with a question, James.
Hey, you are a Star Wars Weekends expert. You know all the places to go, all the things to do. You are kind of the king of meeting people and getting pictures and stuff. You do a lot of selfies too. I noticed that you put those up on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I love that. I mean, today the new autograph is the selfie. People don't want an autograph, do they?
No.
They want a selfie. So I kind of thought, well, I'm going to start doing a few of these selfies.
Sure.
So I've been running into some characters around the park.
Yeah,
that's
a selfie of you in the motorcade.
That's what it used to look like with the hat.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, there's us. Yeah,
there's you.
That's what I used to look like without glasses.
That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Me with, that's a really good one. Who's that?
That's Jeremy.
I think
Bullock.
that's Jeremy, isn't it?
Jeremy Bullock will be here next week. Yeah, that's Boba Fett the other.
Here's me and Chewbacca.
Oh sure.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Boba Fett, right there.
I think I caught his best side. That's Vader, obviously.
Oh, sure.
He's a big lad.
And the others, you got
and me and Tom Cruise.
It's fascinating. Tom Cruise is much taller than I thought.
Is he? Yeah. I was surprised. He likes hanging out with me.
Sure.
Makes him feel big.
So, big, speaking of big, you have a big show happening right back here at 5:15 called An Ewok's Tale. Anybody seen An Ewok's Tale? If you haven't seen it, even if you have seen it, come back and see it again. 5:15 today. It's going to tell your whole story. What exactly?
I tell my life story basically in a show, but using a variety of different techniques. There's video, there's interactive elements, and if you come to the show, you may even get the chance to be in it as well. So,
that's right.
Yeah.
Your director.
He's a great guy. He's a bit eccentric, but I bring him over from Britain to direct the show, and he's a good guy, and he cast the show right here within the theatre. So yeah, if you get lucky, you may get to be part of it.
So come, get a seat, get here early, and the director comes out, he finds people, pulls them out literally at random, and a lot of fun.
We have some fun.
A lot of fun. In Ewok's Tale, 5:15, who's coming back? Come on. Speaking of so many of these roles, we have, of course, Wicket. I mean, it goes without saying, Wicket, and you'll cover that in an Ewok's Tale, but you got that role when you were 11 years old.
I did, yeah.
Pretty fantastic to be asked to be in Star Wars, yeah?
Oh, it was amazing, yeah. I mean, I was a fan of the films, and so to get to be a part of that alongside my on-screen heroes was just a dream come true. And
sure.
Still to think of it now, I mean, we're over 30 years away from that moment.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what my mum said, yeah. It's just changed my life. And look at us, you know, we're all part of Star Wars in our own way, and we're all enjoying that still. I mean, it's an amazing cultural phenomenon. It's
fascinating stuff. And then, and so then you move on, though.
Yeah.
And you get the acting bug. Did you just go, this is what I want to do after Star Wars?
Not really. I mean, a lot of the time when you're working on a movie, you spend sitting around just waiting, doing nothing. And I became more interested in how they make films as opposed to acting per se. So I bought a video camera and I started making short movies. And that's really what interested me. But I kept getting offered parts in films, Labyrinth and the Ewok movies, and then Willow. So it's a career that kind of just kept discovering me as opposed to me pursuing it. But then there was a point when I kind of knew that's what I wanted to do, and really then started to try and hone the craft of acting.
Yeah, now did Willow really kind of give you that experience? I mean, obviously you're still working with George, but then Ron Howard comes in, and you start seeing, oh, this is a pretty exciting thing. Because at that point, how old were you? 18?
Well, I was 17 when I did Willow, and I mean, that was a tough film. It was very physically demanding, and it was the first film that I'd done where, you know, it is about me and the performance as opposed to being hidden behind a mask, which, you know, again, is a performance in itself, but it's a very different type of acting. So, you know, Ron asked me, he said, you know, watch the films that James Stewart has done. And I like his style of acting, try and bring a little bit of that quality, that naturalistic style into your performance. So that's hopefully what I managed to do. But it's amazing. Again, Willow is over 25 years old, and I saw many people today who enjoyed the film and asked me to sign the DVD. So thank you very much for still supporting the film.
Absolutely, yeah, fantastic. And Harry Potter comes along. And then you get to play several characters in that, and not always, you know, behind.
No, I mean, I did have a degree of prosthetics for all of the characters, but it was just a privilege to get into it. I had to audition to get the first role as Professor Flitwick. I remember the audition process. It was with Chris Columbus, who directed the first film, and the producers, and I learned the scene, as I always do for an audition. I read the book quickly to make sure I understood the character, and went in, and we just performed, and I waited 3 weeks to find out.
3 weeks?
But when they did call, they said, congratulations, you know, we'd like you to play Flitwick, but also, we'd like you to play the part of the Goblin Bank Teller in Gringotts. So I got 2 roles in the same film.
Really fantastic stuff, isn't it great? I love the fact that you do that. Now, speaking of all these characters, and Marvin and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I love as well, do you have a favorite? I don't think I've ever asked you, do you have a favorite character?
Well, you know, I mean, not just saying it because we're here at Star Wars Weekend, but Wicket is, I'm very fond of that character because he is the one that started it all. Without that character, I wouldn't have any others, but just some highlights. I love playing Porridge in Doctor Who. That character for me was, thank you, he was a dream job. I always wanted to be in Doctor Who, and he was a really, really good character as well, so I love that. I mean, life's too short playing.
I was just about to ask you. So, Life's Too Short, I don't know if anybody's seen this. You play a very special character. Who do you play in?
I play Warwick Davis. He's a version of me. I got to live out my kind of, I got to do everything I wouldn't normally do as this Warwick. And be a bit obnoxious, a little bitter, and just had a lot of fun with it.
It is a great show. And that's, you and Ricky Gervais come together, and this is what happens when you put something together.
Well, yeah, that's right. I mean, it came about just through being asked to do reality shows and not wanting to do it, and thinking, well, why don't I create one? And then thinking it'd be fun to twist reality and come up with a show that is more of a comedy, and that's what happened.
We have a clip, actually, from Life's Too Short. Do we have that on set? Let's take a look at Warwick Davis in Life's Too Short.
Mr. Val Kilmer is stopping by.
Oh, this yours? No, I just rent a unit here. I had to downsize recently for efficiency.
Have you got a secretary?
Yeah.
I've got a routine that I always do, and it kills.
Okay.
All right, just a second.
Little surprise for you here, Cheryl.
Batman.
Yeah, but who is it?
Batman.
Right, but who's behind the mask? It's not just any person.
It is a person though, it's not the real Batman, that's a comic.
Yeah, you're right, but it's who's under the mask that's a surprise. It's someone who played Batman in the films.
What films?
The Batman films, you've seen those films?
Yeah.
Good, right, so who is it?
Christian Bale.
No,
Michael Keaton.
no,
Is it George Clooney?
no.
I love George Clooney. Oh, I wish it was George Clooney.
Who else played Batman?
Adam West.
Adam West is about 85. Yes, again.
I played all the Batman.
They haven't. Who else is there?
Is it the cartoon version?
What do you think that means?
Batman.
Oh, this is embarrassing. Sorry about this, Val. Oh, it said his name. So you got Val. Who is it?
Is it Michael Keaton?
Yeah, take it off. It's Val Kilmer.
Oh, you're an actor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Warwick Davis! Fantastic. Hey, you guys are always so kind to play. You guys want to play some games? We did a little game yesterday. We played Good Guy or Bad Guy.
Oh, that was fun.
You guys saw some Star Wars pictures the other day. Are you ready, though? Because it was a bit of a contest between you.
We would bet.
And I think you might have won, Warwick. I'm sorry, Daniel, but I'm giving you a chance to redeem yourself because we got a new game. A new game to test your midi-chlorian count. Ooh. What do we got, guys? We've got... It's the midi-chlorian countdown. Midi-chlorian countdown. Here's how it works.
You don't have to give some sort of task.
No samples required, no. Okay, so I'm going to show you either a picture, ask you a true or false question, or just a question about Star Wars in general. And you need to then respond with the correct answer.
Okay.
Whoever gets the most of these has the highest midi-chlorian count.
Simple. Wait. How did you place me against...
Warwick Davis?
Did you not see him yesterday?
The mind of Star Wars,
every question.
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
Can I have at least a team member?
Oh, yeah, sure. We got somebody in the crowd that knows a lot about Star Wars. Someone, yeah? Okay, you, sir, right here. Yeah, sure. Yes, you with the headband.
Perfect, you're up. Come on.
Come on up here.
Thank you, Warren.
What's he getting the teacher?
Do we have a microphone, like a hand mic that we can bring up here?
Yeah, he can just talk into my ear.
Sure, come on up carefully. Hold on to the rail. Safety is first here at Disney. All right. How are you, sir? Good. Okay.
Good to see you again.
What's your name, sir?
Blake.
This is Blake, everybody.
Come on, Blake. Join us on the
You go over there.
Come on, Blake.
All right,
so we have to touch the helmet.
Okay, so Blake, do you know a lot about
Give
Star
us
Wars?
good luck.
Do you know a lot about Star Wars, Blake? No, do you know about Star Wars? Do you know? Okay, good.
He does.
Got a bad feeling.
So I'm on my own.
All right, here we go.
One brain against two.
1 brain against 2.
1.5 brain.
Yes, okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's play the midi-chlorian countdown.
Okay,
so
here we go.
first I'm going to show you a picture.
Yes.
And do you guys remember your little sounds?
Oh, we got to buzz in.
Yeah. Ooga. Oh, there you go. There you go, Blake. There's a mic for you.
How about we touch the helmet? First one to touch the helmet.
Okay, all
But you
right.
must say your little sound as
This
well.
is going on far too long.
I'm going to say Ooga.
Okay. Mine's
Okay. Ready? Take a look at this picture. Come on. Okay, Warwick.
It's Watto.
That's Watto.
Watto.
1 for Warwick.
I told you meant to be on my team, Blake. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to make a noise.
Hey, here's a question. True or false? Stormtroopers are clones.
True.
Yeah. Okay, you guys buzzed in first.
Technically, no. The first ones were, but the later ones aren't.
So you're saying false.
Hey, no, let's not get technical. Let's play it safe. Yes,
No, Daniel, let him answer. Well, you say false, right? And that is correct. Okay. See?
Don't worry about my answer.
Okay. All
right, you ready?
Here's another question. Which Jedi ordered the clone army? Okay. Yes, Daniel, do you know it? No, I'm just
Technically, it's a mess.
Do you know the answer?
It's a mess. I think I know the answer.
Okay.
I do. I believe I know.
Here, wait, Warwick.
My answer.
Tell me the answer.
I don't know. Did you hear what I said?
Not really.
Is somebody very close to you?
No.
Oh.
No, he was the one to come check on it.
Okay, go on.
I believe
All right,
it
Blake.
was Master Sifo-Dyas.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah. Have you tried the Sifo-Dyas? They have it over at the Brown Derby. You get a little Sifo-Dyas with a little sauce. Okay.
Doesn't look like I'm going to lose this
Okay,
game.
we got another picture. And do we have it? Yes.
OTD.
Okay, Warwick.
That is always on the tip of my tongue. That is, what's the name? Hang on a minute. He had plenty of time. Wait a minute.
What am I doing?
It's Snide Snooples.
Yes.
I had no chance against that one.
True or false, Jango Fett is Boba's son?
That's false.
That's right! One for Daniel Logan. Okay, he's his clone.
Who's your daddy?
Okay.
I know my daddy.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Because this is, okay. This is still close though. That's
It is
great.
close, isn't it? Yeah.
Who was born first, Luke or Leia?
OTD.
Hey, touch my hand.
I haven't had a chance to touch.
No, I only have my hand on it.
Okay, all right.
Okay, who was born first? I believe it was Leia.
Oh. We have to go to
I
Warwick.
wonder. Was it Luke?
I thought you were with Luke.
Kind of a trick question because they were twins. They were blood, you know.
Yeah, but the way you popped out first.
Yes, here we go. How fast did the Millennium Falcon make the Kessel Run? That was close. You touched it first, but he made the
I
sound.
couldn't really get the sound out. But
I think it's time. We should just both answer that.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
12
Oh. 12 parsecs.
12 or 12.5?
12.5?
I believe it's 12.5.
12.5. Thank you very much.
Wait, did we both lose or did we win?
Actually, technically, you're all wrong because it was less than 12 parsecs. It's as though I had it on a card. Okay, true or false? Obi-Wan killed Darth Maul.
Well, was it Obi-Wan or was it Liam Neeson?
Jedi Master Liam Neeson.
Well,
did he kill him?
Technically, no.
That's right.
Oh, come on, you give both answers.
Oh, okay.
I love this technical guy.
Final one. We have a photo. Okay?
A
photo. Now you have to get who it is. Okay.
Hey!
I don't know.
All right, next picture.
Is it Jeremy Bullock? I don't know.
No? Anybody?
No chance.
It's probably a Jedi.
Yes.
It is
Jedi.
Space Santa Claus.
Obo Beardy.
It's Oppo Rancesis. Okay. All right. How are we doing? Who's got what? Are they tied? Are they tied right now? I think they're tied.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay, final question then. What caused Han Solo to go blind?
Alty!
Careful.
I believe it was R2-D2.
All right.
Who was it?
Okay.
It was hibernation sickness.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Warwick Davis. I think you took it again, the highest scoring account. Let's hear it for our guest. Daniel Logan.
Thank you, guys.
Warwick Davis.
Thank you.
Blake, you stay here. You'll exit with us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us in the Stars of the Saga Talk Show, and may the force be with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.